Walk down any city street, and Rome is there, in arches above your head, in the straight roads under your feet, even in the laws that protect you. Rome's shadow stretches across our world. Its story is about power, community, and survival. Their mistakes and brilliance echo in our lives today. Sometimes Rome won by the sword, sometimes by a handshake or clever idea. Rome teaches us greatness is built on people, ideas, and courage. Rome began as a tiny village on the river Tiber, surrounded by hills and marshes. Its people were farmers and shepherds, shaped by hardship and hope. Even then, there was fierce ambition. Legends of Romulus and Remus gave Romans pride and unity. From these humble roots, Rome began to grow. What made Rome different from its neighbors? Romans believed in discipline. Every citizen was a soldier. Every soldier followed strict rules. Training was hard, but it made the Roman army strong and united. Law was another Roman secret. The 12 tables, carved on bronze, told everyone their rights and duties. No person, not even a leader, was above the law. These rules gave people confidence and a sense of justice. Community mattered most. Romans called it civitas. They built temples, markets, and forums where everyone could meet. Festivals and games brought people together. The city was like one big family. If trouble came, Romans stood side by side. In hard times, Romans pulled together. When invaders attacked, everyone helped defend the walls. When crops failed, grain was shared. This spirit of unity was the backbone of Rome's early success. Rome's rise was hard-fought. First, it conquered nearby tribes, then all of Italy. But the real test came across the sea. Carthage, Rome's greatest rival, challenged its power. The Punic Wars raged, with Hannibal's elephants shocking Rome. In the end, Rome triumphed, destroying Carthage and ruling the Western Mediterranean. Rome's success was not just about fighting, it was also about making friends. Romans offered defeated people a choice: remain enemies or become partners. Many chose to join Rome, gaining protection and sometimes even Roman citizenship. This was a new idea. Rome shared its power with others. Allies could keep their leaders and customs if they helped Rome in war. Some people became full citizens. They could vote, hold office, and share in Rome's glory. This approach built trust. It turned old enemies into loyal friends. Roman roads and laws connected distant lands. Trade grew, and people moved freely. The empire became a patchwork of languages, gods, and traditions, all under Roman rule. This mix of might and mercy was rare in ancient times. It helped Rome build an empire not just by force, but by winning hearts and minds. Rome's greatest dangers came from inside. As the empire grew, so did greed and jealousy. Rich families fought for power. Poor citizens felt left behind. The Senate, once the center of Roman government, lost control. Leaders like Julius Caesar saw a chance to seize power. Caesar was a brilliant general and a master of politics. He won battles in Gaul, what we now call France, and became a hero. But when he crossed the Rubicon River with his army, he broke Rome's rules. Civil war exploded. After years of fighting, Caesar was murdered by senators who feared he wanted to be king. The chaos did not end. New wars broke out between his friends and enemies. Eventually, Caesar's adopted son, Augustus, took control. He became Rome's first emperor. Augustus brought peace, but real power now rested with one man, not the people. Rome was still strong, but its old ways were changing. The dream of shared rule was gone, replaced by emperors and their courts. Know you've been a good friend. Roman soldiers, called legionaries, lived tough lives. They marched for miles with heavy packs, built camps every night, and fought in harsh conditions. Discipline was strict. Disobeying an order could mean death. Mutinies did happen. Soldiers wanted fair pay and respect. Daily life was not just about fighting. Soldiers wrote letters home, played games, and cooked simple meals. They built roads, bridges, and forts. When plagues struck, many died far from family, yet they stuck together like brothers. Ordinary people, farmers, traders, slaves, also shaped Rome. Women managed shops and homes. Freed slaves could become rich. When disaster struck, whole communities rebuilt together. Rome's strength came from its people's resilience and hope. Through hardship and danger, the Roman army became a family. Their courage and skills helped spread Roman power, but their stories remind us that empires are built by real men and women, not just legends. Rome's roads stretched for thousands of miles. Aqueducts brought fresh water to cities. Bridges crossed wild rivers. These marvels were not just for show, they won wars. Roman engineers traveled with the army. They built forts to protect soldiers and supply lines to feed them. When Rome laid siege to a city, its engineers built towers, catapults, and battering rams. Victory often came through patience and clever design. Cities were planned with straight streets, strong walls, and public baths. Clean water and sewers kept people healthy. This made life better for everyone, citizens and newcomers alike. Rome's engineering was a kind of soft power. It showed people that Roman rule brought order and comfort. Even today, we use Roman ideas when we build bridges, roads, and cities. What remains of Rome? Much more than ruins. Roman law is the root of many modern legal systems. The idea that everyone is equal under the law comes from ancient Rome. Roman roads are still used in parts of Europe. The Latin language shaped English, Spanish, French, and Italian. The calendar we use, with January and July, was given to us by Julius Caesar. Cities are still built like Rome, with central squares and straight roads. Public baths, theaters, and sports arenas all follow Roman patterns. Even the idea of a republic, where people choose their leaders, began in Rome. Rome's ideas about duty, citizenship, and justice live on. They are the foundation of many countries today. Why does Rome still capture our imagination? It is a story of hope, ambition, and hard lessons. Rome grew from almost nothing to rule the world, yet its power did not last forever. Pride, greed, and civil war broke what discipline and law had built. But Rome's story is not just about loss. It teaches us that greatness is possible when people work together. New ideas, hard work, and courage can change the world. Rome reminds us to value both strength and mercy, both tradition and change. Even after 2,000 years, Rome inspires artists, leaders, and dreamers. Its ruins remind us that nothing lasts forever, but ideas can outlive empires. We study Rome to understand ourselves, our societies, and what makes a civilization truly great. In every city, in every law, in every dream of justice and order, Rome lives on. That is why its secrets and stories still fascinate us today.